Hello YouTube, Shakima here. Just wanted to stop in to do the weekly reading for I guess all four of the different tribes, all 12 of the different zodiacs. It's been a really sort of energetically, I wouldn't say draining, but it's just been energetically emotional and very sort of filled with heightened sensitivity. I think this big, I guess, loss in the world of the rapper Nipsey Hussle. It's really kind of, I guess, put a, I don't know, it's really put, I don't want to call it a downer because I feel like spirit's like allowing us to go through this dip so that we can come back up completely elevated, but I can feel the intensity in the energies that are sort of present at the minute, and it's been a bit of a, yeah, it's been a bit of a day. I've had to sort of cleanse myself and just kind of take it lightly today because the energies have been so greatly profound, is probably the best way that I can put it. I've received my own downloads as a, I'm going to say, as a result of his sacrifice, him being the sacrificial lamb for a lot of, I guess, for the rest of mass consciousness to be able to come to a greater knowing of self. Um, Before I go into anything, guys, I am just going to give you guys an opportunity to bear with me. I'm just going to sort of wet my throat, basically. My cords are getting quite tight because of all the emotional purging I've been doing today. So it's been pretty intense, to say the least. This is just going to be a really short reading to give you guys an indication of how to work your light throughout the week, the 1st to the 7th of April. I'm going to be using the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle cards for guidance so that we can just sort of get some insight in terms of what the energies are going to be like for us throughout this week. I'll also be pulling stress cards for each. That will be for the tribe that I'm going to be working for in this reading. That would be the fire tribe. I'm obviously utilizing myself as a mediumship tool and vessel for you guys. So I'll also be pulling a individual stress card for all of the different zodiacs within the fire tribe, aka Team Gryffindor, and I'll be pulling in inspiration of Nipsey. I'll be pulling a message from the universe card just so that we can get more of an indication to see what is exactly going on with the situation. And honestly, guys, I work on Psychic Sofa as well, which is a global platform for psychic readings, and the energy has been intense. They have probably messaged at least 3 times today alone about needing to jump on calls because it's just so intense. So I'm just going to try and get this done for you guys because that was a message through from them as well. So I'm going to be jumping on for that. But I will just be giving you guys an insight into the energies for this week. I usually have my candle in the space, but unfortunately I haven't brought it into the space with me. And I'm unsure as to why that is. If you bear with me, guys, I'm going to go and grab the candle and I'll be back. 2 secs, because that's unlike me. There we go, guys. Okay. So I'm just going to set the space and give us an opportunity to go into our reading. So I asked that only beings... Oh, it's really strange. I ask that only beings of the purest and highest of vibrations are present to provide us with the guidance and insight needed to be able to relay and convey all of the divine messages for all of those that are going to be guided to receive this divine oracle. I ask that I'm used and utilized as a mediumship vessel to be able to relay and convey the divine messages for all those that are intuitively guided to navigate to finding this message. And it is so done. Ashe. Thank you. Right, there we go, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for my air tribe and see what the divine guidance is for you guys for the week. Okay, what I'm going to do as well, if you guys do like my technique, then definitely be sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification bell so that you can sort of stay in, I guess, the know of when I upload these awesome videos for you guys. Okay, right, what is the divine guidance for my air tribes, my fire tribes, sorry, spirit, for the week of the 1st to the 7th of April? What is the divine guidance? Okay, where are you being called to journey to in Rama? And that's interesting because it feels as though behind that it's saying trust your path. So it's definitely going to be, obviously this week has been kick-started with the loss of a profound, and it's interesting because I touched in on that, and that's actually the inspiration for kicking off these readings with Team Fire Tribe. But we are going to be journeying into something that is very, very profound for us. And I think that this in itself is going to give us an opportunity to, I guess, not just raise our vibrations, but really go deeply within to be able to identify with ourselves and identify to the reflections of us that shared something with this individual that we have lost. Again, just acknowledging Nipsey Hussle. Obviously, he is of the team Fire Tribe, and I guess that your tribe is going to be, I guess, elevating itself due to this sacrifice. Okay, let's see what is the divine guidance for you guys. What is the divine guidance for my Fire Tribe for the week of the 1st to the 7th of April? As clearly as you can, Spirit. What is the divine guidance? As clearly as you can. Okay, I'm looking for one particular card for you guys so that we can maybe do a reading, maybe do a reading of the actual book to give us some clarity. Okay, there we go. There we go. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. And interestingly enough, I saw this at the back of the deck when I was actually sort of shuffling for you guys, Pillar of Light. The vibrations of your tribe is going to be elevated throughout this week, and it's going to be intense because beneath it all, your guides are definitely going to be speaking to and through you. So it's a case of you guys allowing for yourselves to be open to the divine guidance from your team, not just your ancestors, but also your spirit guides, also listening in and tuning into nature, because there's definitely going to be some guidance for you throughout the process. Nipsey, the sacrificial lamb, is actually going to be allowing for his energy to be expanded back into the ethereal realm itself, back into the ether. And we'll be able to utilize his consciousness, his vibration, to be able to tap into that oracle within ourselves and elevate our vibration. The keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancestors stand beside you. Okay, you're going to be sort of lifted in the process, and there's definitely going to be a team supporting you. Again, like I said, I mentioned sort of getting into nature as well. Get grounded, find yourselves in nature throughout this week so that you can really stop and take heed of some of the guidance that you're going to be receiving this week. We've got new moon on Friday as well. New moon in Aries, so it's going to be an amazing one for setting intentions for the next best version of self coming into light and manifestation. That being said, I'm just going to read this card for you guys so that you guys can get an insight into the intention for the card itself. And then we'll pull a card for each of the different zodiacs, stress card. So this is an activation card, which means that you guys are going to be activating, like I said. You guys are going to be tapping into your, I'm going to say this, I feel like this is more going to be a heart chakra. Heart chakra connected to the third eye chakra, and being able to incorporate the throat chakra. So all three of the upper chakras are going to be working in unison throughout this week, is what I say from what I can see in the cards for you guys. And it seems like it's really going to give you guys a place of being able to speak from your heart chakra. So it's going to be interesting because there's going to be some activation for you guys. So let's have a little look and read. And we'll go ahead and pull some cards for your zodiacs within your tribe. Okay? So the card is Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you and your work. The, the only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you and your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. Okay? And the, I guess, work your light activation for you guys. I'm just going to hold the card up for you guys because obviously you can't hold it to your heart chakra. But you hold it to your heart and you say, I am open to receiving a whole new level of support in my life and my work, and I call it in now. Include any other specific requests that you'd like, and you finish that with thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, just being presumptuous that the universe is already working in your favor and working on your behalf. And like I sort of mentioned, with the great sacrifice that you guys have recently had, things are really going to be sort of coming in for your team. So it's going to be a really interesting week for you guys. Like I said, it started off quite emotional, but I think that this big push that we're having for this week, obviously considering that it's a new moon week, it's going to be really quite intense. New moon in Aries, in fact, so it's definitely sort of you guys, it's time to receive some rewards. I'm going to pull a stress card for each of the different zodiacs. So we'll start off with Aries, seeing as we're in Aries season. Okay. What is the divine guidance for my Aries for the week of the 1st to the 7th of April, Spirit? As clearly as you can. Okay, there we go. Got it as clearly as possible. So the advice for you, Aries, is to do it in slow motion. Okay, that's what's at the bottom of the deck for you guys. And what they're talking about is walking in slow motion in order to move your thoughts into a more, I think what Spirit's saying is decompartmentalize your thoughts. And this was interesting because I sort of said to you guys that your guides are really going to be communicating with you effectively throughout this week. And it's really a case of you guys attuning to those layers within yourself, because you're going to be sort of receiving activation of the upper chakras. So heart chakra, throat chakra, and third eye are going to be really, really active. And then the crown chakra, you guys are going to be getting major downloads throughout this week. So it's going to be really quite interesting because you're going to have to learn how to decompartmentalize what is your higher self and what is your fear speaking to and through you as well, because I see that the two can easily be merged. For some of you that have been doing your work, and for some of you that have found it quite challenging over the last few weeks, you know, that ego will start to, I guess, trigger certain instances where you might feel overwhelmed by the guidance that you're receiving. So just be mindful of that. So Spirit's just guiding you to decompartmentalize your thoughts. I'm going to read for you sort of working through your stress throughout the week, and this is for my Aries babies. Move your thoughts to a small cottage. Close your eyes and think of a small cottage. Look around for a while and then move to the door. Open the door and let your thoughts from your head to the cottage. Let them flow as pictures, colors, or words. As many as you've got. When you're finished, close the door, breathe deep 3 times. With the thoughts in the cottage, open the door. Now you can choose which thoughts you take with you and which thoughts you leave in the cottage. Remember to close the door when you leave. Stress comes from thoughts which pressurize both your mind and body. By detaching from bad thoughts, you give rest to your body and mind, thus being able to be more patient. And that is in alignment with number 43. So that may show up for you guys throughout the week as well. You might sort of see significant meaning or reference to that number. Also, again, number 3 is going to be very, very significant. There's going to be, I sort of mentioned to you guys that the main 3 chakras that are really going to be tintillated and impacted by the energies that are going to be present throughout this week. So spirit, you know, if you think about the Holy Trinity, is really going to be sort of giving you guys some insight into who you are at the deepest levels of yourselves. And I think I'm going to say this because I feel like a lot of you have been asking Spirit for guidance. You've been asking Spirit to show you who you are. You've been asking Spirit to sort of lead the way, and now Spirit's saying to you, walk with me. And all it takes is for you to just be open to the process of all that is going to be unveiling itself for you throughout this week. The next card that they've advised, because I sort of mentioned to you guys as well, take some time to walk in nature, because it's really going to help you to attune. It's really going to help you to, I guess, allow for yourself to get connected to those how can I put it? It's more a case of you getting connected to your guides that are external, that are outside of you, that can continue to speak through you as a vessel. Okay, and Mother Nature is actually one of the best guides for, I guess, decreasing stress. Because it just kind of allows for us, obviously oxygen is what we'll get in nature, and when we oxygenate the brain, it actually allows for us to shift our perspective. So there you go with that one. But the advice as far as walking to relieve your stress, when you feel buried under your work, stop everything for a minute and take a little walk. Outside and inside are just as good. Look around you and breathe slowly. This way you can get your mind off things. Giving your mind a 5-minute holiday decreases the feeling of chaos and lowers your stress levels. You will see more clearly and you will be able to work more effectively. Okay, so you just kind of have to do things in slow motion so that you can consume. I'm telling you, honestly, the energies for this week are going to be super, super intense, and you're going to want to sort of take that time to really just take it in slow motion and just decompartmentalize all your thoughts, because it's going to be like information overload. Major, major downloads are coming this week for us, guys. Let's have a little look at the stress advice for my Leos. Again, connecting that to Nipsey Hussle, which was the great sacrificial lamb for us this week, allowing for us to raise our vibration. He was a Leo, so this is on behalf of his team. Okay. Oh, right. What is the divine guidance, Spirit? Okay. What is the divine guidance for my Leos for the week of April 1st to 7th? What is... Okay, there we go. Got guidance, guys. So for you guys, again, this is all about connecting to nature, guys, because this keeps showing up for you guys. Number 3, okay, sorry, walking. It's saying walk slowly, and this is just to give you guys an indication. Walk slowly from goal oriented thinking to flow. Okay, so rather than being so fixed on the outcome, because obviously our ego wants instant gratification, doesn't it? So rather than being so, fixed on the outcome, and as they say, whenever you're sort of trying to manifest something, it makes, I guess it allows for the manifesting process to happen a lot faster if you can just sort of put it out there into the universe and let it go, as far as having no direct attachments to it. So that's kind of what we're working towards at this point. You just kind of have to go through the process on faith. You know, your guides are going to be letting you know what you need to do, and you just kind of have to take that leap of faith and know that the universe has your back. So just to read for my team Leo, walk slowly. During your break from work or when you're moving from one place to the next, try walking intentionally extra slow. The busier or more stressed you feel, the slower you walk. Pay attention to what you're walking on and take mental notes on how the walking feels. When you act calmly, your body will calm down. Okay, so that's the way to basically almost revert your ego, because your ego, when we kind of get to a place where we're sort of anxious, our ego's overexerted with so many different thoughts at once, and it's almost like it's trying so hard to sort of see the outcome of it, or trying to prophesy the end goal of it, because that is the ego's desire. But Spirit's saying, no, calm down, I've got your back. Just know that this is what you need to do now, and let's not worry about where it's going to take you. I've always got your best interest at heart. Okay, so final card, guys. I'm going to pull a card for the let's see, we've already pulled a card for Aries, we've pulled a card for Leo, so this is for my Sagittarius babies in Team Fire Tribe. Okay, so let's have a little look. Oh, amazing, Champagne. Awesome. Well, the advice for you is to just walk slowly, okay? And get out in nature. It's going to be instrumental in what you what you utilize to ground yourself throughout this week, because again, the energies are going to be high intensity, high emotions. I do feel like a lot of us, in terms of I don't even mean this in just romantic relationships. I think that in relationships in general, we're going to be forced to really tap into that place of unconditional love, because there's going to be certain triggers, and we're dealing with raw emotions at this time, it feels like. And yeah, no, absolutely. I think that, when we're able to just give ourselves an opportunity to take a step back from the situation and really put ourselves maybe in that person's shoes, because even for us that are doing work, we have to realize and understand that we are now teachers for those that are, I'm not going to say a little bit, further behind, just in their own frequency, acknowledging life from their own perspective. We are now a teacher for them to maybe raise their vibration to a new perspective that is a little bit less of a victim mentality. Okay, so that being said, let's see what the divine guidance is for my Sagittarius. What is the divine guidance for my Sagittarius spirit? Divine. Okay, you guys have a few cards. Okay, right. The overall look for you guys is to look for your own power center. Okay, close your eyes and feel your body. Which part of it feels the most powerful? Stay in this part of your body with the power of your thoughts, and let the feeling of power grow to be as big as it grows without you trying. Stay in this position of power for 5 to 10 minutes. When you find power inside you, you can get some more whenever you need it. With this power, you can also set your own boundaries more gently. Okay, and it also has a few other different sort of advice for you guys. It says to space travel, which means sit where you are, if you will, and take a minute to just let your mind wander, and use your breath to take you there. Breathe from heaven to earth. Use your breath to take you into the, I guess, new layers of yourself when you space travel. A journey to your favorite place. And that is the divine guidance for you guys, so that you can find that power center within yourselves, guys. Okay, and that is for my Sagittarius babies, and spirits advising you to pick out the positive words so that you can allow for yourself to be gentle with your experience and not be so judgmental on yourself or others that are a part of your experience. Okay, now I'm just going to pull a card for a message from the universe to close out the space for you guys for this week, and I will leave you guys to it. Okay, what is the divine guidance spirit for my fire tribe for this week? When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. And off the back of that, you come to realization that my energy creates my reality, and what I focus on is what I will manifest. So as you are being tested, because I do feel like it is a case of being tested, guys, as you're being tested, just know that spirit is asking you to really just show up for yourself. And also, don't let the situation take you out of character, because then you kind of take steps backwards, and then you have to learn your lesson from another point of your perspective. So just stay strong and be focused. Stay focused. Energy flows where my intention goes. Okay, don't forget that, guys, throughout this week. So make sure that your intention is always for the overall best good of all, because my vibes speak louder than my words. Okay, and spirit's obviously tapped into your vibes, and even if your words are saying something else, spirit knows the intentions of your heart. Okay, and the divine guidance for you guys is to thank the universe. So thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. That's what I said, guys. Just try to see things from an overall perspective of what's best for everyone involved, not just yourself, and not just how you want for the situation to be as far as the outcome. Spirit is working with mass consciousness, and we are simply characters in the grand play. And we'll know when it's our time to, I guess, take our parts and be center stage. But for now, some of us were really just kind of, sitting on the sidelines waiting for that opportunity to be called up. And when we do, we'll be ready because we've been patiently waiting. Okay. All that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys liked my approach, then definitely be sure to check out my website to book a personal reading, because these are general readings. And yeah, if you guys need any info on anything, then definitely be sure to just check out the details in the description box. It's got details of my email, and my website for anything else. If you guys would like to donate to my channel as well, there's also the option to do so. And I'm just going to let you guys live in the space of openness. That's all I'd say to you guys. Be open to receiving the very many blessings that are showing up to show you exactly who you are. Okay? That being said, guys, sending you love, light, and positive intentions. Mwah. Until next time.